Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash. Nobody unto the apostles of Great Millstone and teaching the will. Peace and blessings unto the elect. All right, we're the Great Millstone Dallas fans. I'm the brother Benaya, got the priest likewise, the priest Pop. All right, we got the elder over there getting it in. We got the main cat on the back. All right, brother now over there getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Coming back into week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom of America, man. Known as Babylon the Great in the Bible, man. All right, and also to tell our people, all right, like the Lord had commanded us, you know what I'm saying, to lift up our voice like a trumpet and show our people their transgressions. All right, in the house of Jacob their sins, man. You see, to tell our people to repent before the Lord. All right, it's about to, the Lord is about to bring great judgment, just like He did during the time of Noah, man. You see, that's why Yahweh Shai like in the time when he should be revealed unto the days of Noah and unto the days of Lot, man. You see, I got some real quick. This Luke chapter 12 and verse 54. It says, and he said also to the people, when you see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when you see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that you do not discern this time? See, a lot of people like Yahweh Shai was saying, man, they can tell when it's gonna rain. You know, they can tell how my arthritis acting up. See, they can tell when it's gonna be hot. But here it is, they can't tell that they're in the end times, man. With all the shit that's going on, man. Because Yahweh Shai, all right, he gave us clues on what will be taking place on the planet Earth, all right, during the time around the time when he should be returning, all right, for that second coming, man. You see, he said there's gonna be wars and rumors of wars, all right, there's gonna be famine and tribulation.
So Matthew 24.
Check the bag and get some money. Now, keep on.
This is Matthew 24, verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privily, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And when shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So they're asking Yahushua that question, like, when is the, what are the signs, and what is the, when shall the end of the world come, right? It says, verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So yeah, Yahushua was saying, like, before the end, you're going to hear wars and rumors of wars, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on in these times. You hear about this country coming up against this country. You hear about the dollars being, the dollar is through. You got the BRICS, you got other nations coming up, joining together to come against the petrodollar, so-called petrodollar. So those are those things that the signs that you would hear about in the end times. So that's how you know. That's another sign too, man. That how you know that we in those signs. So that time is very close.
Right. And that was always a question. I was gonna say that was always the questions of the prophets, man. See, just to back your point up, man. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6. All right, in verse 7, it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time, or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born unto him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You see? So even Esdras, man, just like the brother read, you know what I'm saying, that they were asking Yahweh Shai, Esdras asked the same question, man, when shall the end be? And what did the angel do? The angel gave him a clue. But he'll let him know that during the time of Esau's rule, that's when the end will come, man. Just like when you read in Daniel, they tell you that through that fourth beast, the end is gonna come, man. You see? We living in that revival. We shit that's taking place on the planet Earth, even from the weather, man. See, from extreme droughts, there's fires everywhere, not only in Maui, but all across the planet Earth right now. All of these are signs. The heavenly bodies making blood moons. You put different signs in the heaven. The chariots are a sign of the end, man. See? But our people, they still can't discern what time it is, man. You have Christians, they'll tell you that they don't believe that, that who the word even calls Jesus is going to come back in their time. They believe that they're gonna die, and they're going to, you know what I'm saying, they're going to get to watch their kids graduate, and they'll die, and their kids will still be here in America, man. See? Which shows you that they don't understand prophecy, man.
Yeah, Don, that goes into Jeremiah, the 8th chapter. Where it goes into,
I got that.
You got it?
Yeah, it's got something to read out while I go. This is Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 7. It reads, yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming. But my people know not the judgment of the Lord.
Yeah, man. The nation of Israel doesn't understand the time of the Lord. They don't understand the judgment. They don't understand, like the brother read in that scripture, Matthew, where it talks about how Luke, where they, when they look at the skies, they can tell, the weather and the time of day. But they don't understand the judgment of the Lord, man. They can't tell, like, okay, well, you know what? We in those times. Like the Lord is really getting ready to destroy this place. But like the brothers mentioned before, or when this video started, it's gonna be like the times of Noah, man. They're gonna be eating and drinking. You got it? Yeah, they're gonna be eating and drinking, marrying and giving up to marriage. Doing the same thing that they was doing back in those ancient times.
Luke chapter 12 and verse 37. It says, blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. But the point is about that watching, man. See, when Yahushua said, blessed is that servant that watch. See, because he constantly told us to watch, man. See, because I'm going to jump down real quick. It says, verse 38, it says, and if he shall come in the second, verse 38, it says, and he shall come, if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants. And this know, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not have suffered his house to be broken through. But be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not, man. You see? Just like these people not thinking that Yahushua is going to come, or who the world English calls Jesus Christ is coming in their time, man. You see? But the Lord told us to watch, man. Blessed are those that watch. See? And it tells you how do you watch? Well, according to 2nd Ezra, whether it's chapter 8 or chapter 9, it tells you you measure the time by the prophecy, man. That's how you watch. You take it, you observing everything that's happening on the planet Earth, and you tying it to the scriptures to know what time you're in, man. See? That's how we know that we here, man. We almost to the point where Yahushua is going to crack the clouds, man. It's only a few more prophecies left, a few major prophecies left, man. You see World War III, the MOTB, you see Yahushua coming, it's just a few.
I was just going to say, yeah, that's why scriptures say, measure the time diligent. You know what I'm saying? Because like the brother, I'm going into, when it comes to the market, the MOTB, we've been seeing those signs. You've seen, if you pay attention to those stocks that are like happening, with like microchips and AI and all that, they, they blew up, man. That shit exploded. Because AI is pretty much at a whole nother level at these times. And all those companies that deal with microchips, they're involved in that category as well. Like Nvidia, Apple, you got other companies like AMD, you know. So all these other companies that are dealing with this, you know, they're investing in that. You know, so that's how you know. And you also got to understand that, you know, technology really jumps. Like maybe one, you know, a few years they'll stay, you know, it'll go like this, but then it'll advance. Like 1 year you'll be like, damn, like this shit just came out of nowhere. You know, and that's how that technology that Esau has set up has advanced. You know? So these microchips, man, they on another level now. Which brings us closer to what? To the MOTV.
Those companies is heavily manufacturing those things. For those who don't believe, you're going to be faced with that here soon come. Everyone going to be faced with that. That's why I said the Revelation, what is it? 3:10? Yeah. The hour of temptation. Yep. The hour of temptation is coming upon the whole earth. And if you don't have eyes to see and understand the signs of the time, you're going to get caught up in it. This is Mark chapter 13. And I start at verse 30. I'm going to read down a few verses. It says, verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all things be done or fulfilled. That's going into the prophecies, man. You know, like the Khan mentioned, there's still a few prophecies left, but they're at hand, man. You know, these things are right in your face. The MOT to the B is right here. The World War III, you know, you see the escalations and BRICS nation and all this with the petrodollar and all this. You see that, man. So these things are here. That's going to bring forth World War III. Armageddon. I'm a God one in the Hebrew. It says, verse 31, it says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. And that's not talking about literal destruction of the planet, you know, because when you read it in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, verse 4, it says the earth abideth forever. That's talking about this rulership, man. All this bullshit is going to pass away, but the words of the Lord is going to stand, man. It says, verse 32, it says, but of that day and that hour knoweth no man. No, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. So the only one knows when the time of destruction, when he's going to send his Son back, is the Most High Yahweh, man. Now Yahweh Shai's on them starting blocks. He's ready to get at this place, but he don't know when the Lord going to say go, man. Give him that green light. It says, take ye heed, watch and pray. Because the brother went into that a second ago, man, about that watching and praying, man. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be watching, you know, filtering everything through the scriptures, which is as the scriptures say, in 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, right, but the measuring tool, right, they're measuring the time diligent with this measuring tool, the scriptures, man. It says, take ye heed, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is, man. And so we don't have any clue as to exactly when Yahweh Shai going to crack them clouds, but we know we're close because we're watching the prophecies, man. We're watching the times. 2/3 of our people have no clue, man. They just walking around with their heads in the clouds, you know, la la land, man, like in that diesel spirit, la 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 la, in the la la spirit, man. You got it, Doc. Yeah. And that's a cut to you 400-year niggas, man. See, talking about Genesis, what is that? Genesis chapter 15. It's talking about 15 and 13, talking about America. Right. No, the brother just read and showed that this out of the Messiah's mouth himself, man. Right. See, so you calling him a liar by talking about 400-year prophecy, and the Lord is gonna come and get us out of America now, man. Like the brother just read, man. I was trying to say he don't even know the time, man. Right. See, but he left us clues, man. See, that's what a good friend do. Right. See, he left us clues to where we can watch, or we can know if we paying attention what time we in, man. Because these people ain't doing shit but watching their bag, man. See, they worried about the wrong bag when the bag is about to go digital. All this money that you people have stored up, all that money that you got under your damn mattress, real soon that shit ain't gonna even matter, man. See, wow. These people need to understand that, man. Money, real quick, and I'm gonna put another one real quick. This Luke back in Luke 12 and verse 15, and it says, and he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesses. See? So it's not about all what you people are gathering up, because that's what a nigga think life is about. See, I'm somebody based off my car. I got a picture of a $60,000 car. I got a big mansion. They think that's what life is about, man. See? And that's why when you continue reading in this chapter 12, Luke 12, Yahushua gave that parable, man, of that rich man, man. Real quick, I'm gonna get it, bro.
I was about to talk about it.
Done. Verse 16, I'm gonna read 15 again. It says, and he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness. And that's a big thing in the parable, man. It teaches you to be covetous. See, envying what somebody else got. Being greedy, man. See, it says, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. It says, verse 16, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. He says, and he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no more room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, thus will I do. I will put down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruit and my goods. Verse 19, it says, and I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. And that's what these people think when they so down trying to build up this general wealth. They got hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank. See, they got some money in the bank. They got savings. They got this and that. See, they think that they good, man. See, they working all this goddamn overtime saving money, but for what, man? This is what Yahushua say, man. This is verse 20. It says, but the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall these things be which thou hast provided? Yeah, all that goddamn money that you done worked overtime for, you done did all this shit you saved up. See, the scriptures talk about in the book of Sirach about being stingy is a sin, man. See, if you stingy, a person that's stingy unto himself, man, that's a sin. See, it says it basically says, roughly paraphrasing, that a person who's rich and stingy is like, what's the point of you even having money, man? See? But going back, like it said, man, verse 20, but the Most High said unto him, thy fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that laid up treasures for himself and is not rich towards the Most High, man. See, because that's the true rich. That's the true wealth. With all this money that our people are so concerned about, it's not going to matter when the Lord brings judgment, man. See?
This Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. So are the sons of men snared in the evil time, when it befalleth suddenly upon them. And it says in NLT, people can never predict when hard times might come. Like fish in a net or birds in a trap, people are caught by sudden tragedy.
Yes. Hey, that happens a lot, especially here in these wicked ass places. A dude go to a club thinking he gonna bag, a woman or something. He start beating somebody and he get put to death, not knowing that he was gonna die that day. You know what I'm saying? And that's also gonna happen in the grander scale with these damn elites, man. Because that's what it's all about. Hey, there's that stigma for these small heads that are known for being stingy, coveting their money, not wanting, at the same time, for example, they could really save the economy if they was willing to pay for it, but they not, man.
Right.
They got trillions and trillions of dollars, but they're not gonna go now. You know what? We're gonna get rid of half the world, report the world, and build up a new world order. This is what they want. The agenda.
That's something real quick.
No, hey, because you got fishes and shit, fishes and everything swimming, and birds flying, then all of a sudden the net just come out of nowhere and capture them. So that's how that time gonna happen. The word time in the Hebrew, it means time of an event. So an event gonna take place, it's gonna catch you off guard, man.
Like that trap. You got that rope hanging from the tree. It's like a rope. So anything, the animal come across it, it's gonna take him up and hang him up.
And that's why I say in Isaiah 30, man, this iniquity shall be unto you as a breach, swelling out over a high wall with breakers coming at an instant. See? Like the elder was going into, it's a business gonna catch your ass off guard. See? But real quick, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 14 and verse 3 in the GNT. It says, it isn't right for deny yourself in order to accumulate wealth, you are only accumulating it for someone else. Others will use your riches to live in luxury. See, just like what we read in that parable of Yahushua, like Yahushua was saying about that rich man whose ground brought forth plenty, man. See, he thought he had it. He said, oh shit, he had to build his old one down and build big ones. He stole all his food. Then he said, now I'm about to chill. That same night, the Lord required his soul, man. The nigga died. Now all that was for who? For nothing, man. See, because he wasn't rich. He wasn't rich towards the heavenly Father, man. How about Shema Shai? He didn't store up no treasures in heaven, man. Now is the time when brothers are doing right now, storing up these treasures, man. This the true wealth that's gonna really shine in the time to come, man. Like I said, all this fucking money that these people are accumulating up, it's not gonna matter, man. Like the scriptures say, man, silver and gold is not gonna fail. Hey, that ain't gonna save me the day of the Lord's wrath, man.
Right.
See?
Because the elite in the book of James, chapter 5, it said cast that silver and gold in the streets. Man, it ain't gonna matter during that time, man. The time of an event. Also, the word time going to a time of crisis. See? First Thessalonians 5 and 1. Say, now concerning how and when, this is the NLT, how and when all this will happen, dear brothers and sisters, we don't really need to write unto you, for you know quite well that the day of the Lord's return will come unexpectedly like a thief in the night. And it's going to be, the elder mentioned, certain events. There's going to be certain events that's going to happen before the day of when the Lord actually makes his return upon the earth. All right? It's going to be certain events that's going to happen. These events that's going to happen, the money is not going to save in these times. Dollars. We're already in an inflation. Lord, we see the progression that it's going to become a hyperinflation. See, the BRICS nation is basically coming together to do what? To try to cut off that dollar. All these things are happening for what? For that to happen. Now, you're going to think you're going to be splurging in the time of hyperinflation. You ain't going to want to splurge. You ain't going to pull out that expensive $100,000, $120,000 car when nobody can't buy a bag of rice. They're going to take that. They're going to take everything you get. They might take your life. That's why the Lord says he's going to come in a thief in the night. All this is going to come up to the day the Lord's coming. Things ain't going to get better. So you think your money's going to save you? All right? You think your assets going to save you? No. Only thing that's going to deliver you out of the bad times, as it says in Ephesians 9, is the Lord. And that's why I said in NLT, it says, I don't have to write it to you. We already, because the Lord gave us the understanding of it. See? That's what the Timothy.
This James chapter 4 and verse 13. It says, go to now ye that say today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. For ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and we shall do this and that, man. See? These people working overtime and like I said, going back to the point, stack up money for what? Your ass might die tomorrow. Then what? All that money that you have broke your back for working overtime and this all. You see? Now it's gonna go to somebody else, man. And like the brother said, since on the inflation, you can already tell right now when you go to these grocery stores, you come out with a fucking basket, man. You have about 3 or 4 items, and that shit over $50, man. You see? And it's only gonna get worse from here, man. You see? But like the Lord said, man, even in that same chapter in Luke, I think it said in chapter 12, it talks about, it tells us to don't worry about what you shall eat and what you shall drink. See? Because the Lord is basically gonna provide, man. See? He's not gonna provide for these people. Why? Because they're not taking that time. All right, they're not taking heed unto the message. They're not repenting and turning back unto the Lord while the opportunity is available. They're living their lives. They're not giving a fuck, man. See? That's why they walk up and down the street. They at the art gallery, or they done busted up on the art gallery right here. So niggas is filling it up. But here's the true message of salvation right before their eyes and they walk past it, man. See, you best believe when this shit pop off, they gonna be looking for the man of the Lord, man. They gonna be wanting answers, and their pastor's not gonna have it. All right, Dr. Umar Johnson not gonna have it. Light not gonna have it. Louis Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan not gonna have it. Joe Biden, Donald Trump not gonna have it. Barack Obama ain't gonna have it for you niggas, man. See?
Mama ain't gonna have it.
Yeah,
Mama!
niggas got that Bobby Boucher spirit, man. But Mama said it. I was wrong again. Like that nigga said, man. You people gonna find out, man, when you should have took heed, man. You know?
That's why it talks about that in Proverbs, the first chapter. That the Lord's going to laugh at the calamity. When your fear cometh, it's going to come like a desolation. So it's going to be too late by then, man. When you actually realize that it's too late, you know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to laugh at you. The Lord's going to laugh at you.
You got, like the Rangers are going up into a Rangers got touching on our tape. They think just because they got fucking 9 millimeters and AR-15s, they can actually stand a chance against Esau Edom, man. You sadly mistaken. The guns that you got a hand-me-down, this shit years, like tens of years old, man. The shit that Esau got, it's gonna melt you niggas away, man. See? Like the brother, the elder had shared in the chat, that shit that happened down there in Maui, man, them niggas use the phones as a weapon, man. It made them motherfuckers start exploding on niggas. Your fucking PS5, see all these video games, all this smart technology. See, Esau come with the basis of, yeah, it's more convenient, but Esau can turn that shit into a weapon, man. Right. Just like that Wi-Fi box. It's already came out. Now Esau can use the Wi-Fi box to basically scan your own house and see what the fuck you with in your house, man. See? So these, hey, oh man, man, you niggas can't win from them, man. See, I had my people tell me that, man, we can go to the gun range, nigga. You need to get a bulletproof vest, nigga. I ain't worried about that shit, man. Why am I worried about a bulletproof vest, man?
Just gonna lay it down, stop your head.
Yeah, you got a weapon that'll melt that goddamn vest on your body, man. That's what you want to do. Melt that bitch right to your fucking shit.
Hey, you gonna become one with the vest, man. Esau got that new direct energy weapon on your ass, man. I don't think boy.
Man, he got sound weapons. He got sound weapons. He got a heart attack gun. He got all kind of shit, man. And what is, bro? They got video of a nigga with the damn invisible cloak. The whole nigga goddamn thing up, nigga just disappeared. So imagine when Esau put it, Esau, you got to me, Esau got that shit on his shoulders. So when you niggas gonna be standing right there, yo, we need to do this. Them niggas gonna already feel surrounded y'all stupid ass, man.
Red head shot. Bow.
Then you didn't see that sound. I was at that sound wave thing I saw on a documentary where it can mesh the inside.
They use it for dispersing crowds.
Oh, yeah.
M-Raps.
You got that robot dogs too, man. Aiming, gun aiming systems. Dog walking around, he got that gun. You know what I'm saying? Damn aimbot on the computer, you know?
That's it, man. That's all.
Aimbot. It is the word of the Lord going out, man. These people are just vain people, man.
Yep.
These people was created in vain, like it's yourself in second Ezra. You had art galleries, and here it is. You don't even know what time you're living in, man. You just galloping up the street like nothing is happening. You just know you're going to retire. You just know you're getting that other job 2 years from now. You know you're going to go to Cancun and buy that land and build your condo and make money. You ain't even thinking about the time you're living in, man.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 3. When people are saying, in NLT, when people are saying everything is peaceful and secure, then disaster will fall on them as suddenly as a pregnant woman labor pains begin, and there will be no escape. See that? There's going to be no escape to what's going to come. Just like the other thing, you got people that in the art galleries, like everything is good. They put on my best dress for Friday, they put on my best suit, a nice jacket, and then all of a sudden you think everything's all good. Then suddenly it's going to be what? Disaster that's going to fall upon you. All this is actually coming about. Now, people are like, well, we might not be in the time. Some people think that they're not going to be living in a time that when bad times are going to arrive. Bro, we're in bad times right now. Every day we see more and more homeless. Every day we see people constantly losing jobs. Every day, like the Don mentioned, you see the prices going up. This is going to happen, and it's going to start getting more and more rapid. Then you're going to start seeing disaster in the streets. All right? And then it's going to be closer to your home.
Hey, when we was in the world, we thought the same thing too. We thought that the Lord come back, oh, I'll be dead with you. We was in the world. But then the Lord called you to this truth and tell you in Romans, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. We was in the world, we thought that shit, man. Lord, I'm gonna be old and real, live my life. Man, you come into this truth, you realize like, yo, time is short. You realize the difference now, don't you?
I got it. This second Ezra 14, verse 11. For the world is divided into 12 parts. Verse 10. It says, for the world had lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old. So throughout the whole history of the entire world, man, like the scriptures say in the second Ezra that we just read, the world has lost its youth. Meaning like a lot of time has passed by, right? And it says, for the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already. Half of the 10th part, and there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part. So 10 parts had already passed. So we got like, two more parts left? Which is a dispensation of time. Meaning that most of the time before the end of this world has already gone by, man. And it says, now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. And that's what we're doing right now, man. We're setting our house in order, reproving people, telling them that, hey, the Lord coming back. Hey, bringing out the scriptures about the day of the Lord will be a people tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we tell these people, man. Tell them, hey, we in those times, you can't be fucking up like that. Elder Bonsabad had also mentioned about people leaving in that time where, they're going to be drinking and marrying, giving into marriage. The times are going, man. Because they didn't consider the prophecy, or the prophecies of Noah, man. No, you don't know exactly what he was saying, but he was telling you, hey, man, there's a flood coming, the Lord coming, he's going to destroy the place, They weren't listening to him.
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, when this shit pop off, like the brother read, what you say that in the First Thessalonians verse, the Bible. Yeah, man, like I said, it's like a woman's gonna come upon like a woman that's rebelled, man. A woman, when she having her birth, man, she can't escape. See, there ain't nothing she can do, man. Esau got them upper world, but that shit on him, she still can't escape it, man. See, just like these people are not gonna be able to escape it when it happens, these people are gonna do what they always do. They gonna look on the Esau to save them, man. See, they gonna look on the Donald Trump, just like they are now, man. They looking at Donald Trump right now to save them from Joe Biden, man. See, niggas is choosing the lesser what they got, the lesser evil. Both of them niggas is wicked. Right. See, you shouldn't choose evil at all, man.
When they say in class, they say, well, they don't even know what the lesser one is.
Right.
They're guessing.
Right.
That woman that's prevailing, like I say, them birth pains, a woman, when you first see them, the birth pains start, they be like, whoo, stuff on there. And like, whoo, it gets stronger. Then, by the time it really kicked in, you go, oh! She crying. Those old birth pains. We see that right now. Then it gets worse and worse, just like a woman that's prevailing.
And when the water breaks, they can't tell when that's going to happen.
Nope.
It just happens. They're like, oh shit, my water just broke.
Yep.
Like, oh shit, like, I've never experienced it myself. It just happens, you can't predict when that baby's going to get delivered.
This is Matthew 24 and 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Yeah, man, and that's what's going on today. Hey, before Noah closed their doors and before it started raining, this is exactly what these people were doing on the planet Earth in that time. They was going out to the club, doing whatever the hell they want, going to the bar, strip club, whatever.
He's talking about everybody on that damn vibration, man. Going back into Psalm chapter 2, yeah, these heathen, they wanna break the chains of the Heavenly Father anyway, man. See? They want to be free from the Heavenly Father, man. That's why they set these agendas up. That's why they got the Big Bang theory and all this other bullshit, man. See?
I guarantee you, in that time, during the time of Noah, they also had those things going on. They had wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places. But these people weren't watching, man. Remember, before the flood, you don't even know you don't know the history of what there was nations, there was nations, people had different cities set up and different societies, whatever.
I was gonna say that's why you find it. That's why it's all really stuff when you find like buildings and stones and shit under the ocean, man. That's proving the story of the flood, man. Like you said, bro, it was cities and shit back then like this too, bro. Yep.
That's why Yahushua, he mentioned that, man. Because, like it says in Ecclesiastes, man, that thing that had been is now. So those things that happened before, they happening again, man.
Right.
History. That's why it goes into that, man. Those things that the world being as a circuit,
Second Peter 3, I start at verse 3. And it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust, and even saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the Father is still asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
that also happened in the time of Noah, man. These people were looking at Noah like he was crazy, like what do you mean? Water's gonna fall from the sky? Because remember, before the earth was water, there was a means of the dew.
Yep.
You can still see those signs today, like during the time of not winter, summer, and you got fall. During those times, after summer, over there where I live at, you can see the dew, man. Like it's like a deep mist, like a white mist that's over the earth. And I see those things when I go to work during that season. So the dew is still out there, you know what I'm saying? But these people didn't. That's all they understood was the dew that watered the earth. They never seen water coming from the sky.
Start over again. This is 2 Peter 3 and 3. Knowing at first that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust.
And scoffer is Greek G1703. It goes into a false teacher. So in order for you to become a scoffer, you would have to know this truth.
Right.
To become a scoffer. It says false teacher. Or those so-called pastors and preachers that's in these churches as well, you see?
It says, and saying, where the promise of his coming, for since the Father fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh, by Shai, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished.
It says willingly, it means intend. These people intend to be fucking ignorant, man. They intend to it because they don't want to hear the words of the Lord that come out, man. See?
It says, by the word of Yahweh Shai, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. All right, so you're talking about what the land and in the water. You had some land to walk upon, but what happened during the days of Noah? Verse 6, it says, whereby the world that then was, in the time of Noah, being overflowed with water perished. So then it became what? Then it became all water. The Lord destroyed it. He destroyed the people within. He left 8 souls. That's the representative of today, what he's going to do when the time of the Lord, when he returns, is going to be for the elect. This time he said it ain't going to be water, he's going to bring forth fire. 2 purification agents, the Lord is going to come. That's that second time, that second coming, that second flood. It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
Just imagine, before that, he had set up, he had used rain, and then he also said that what? That he had broken up the fountains of the deep. You know what I'm saying? So he reserved that for that day. The same thing is happening today, man. The Lord is preserving those ICBMs as well as other things on the planet Earth. For example, you look at America, you got Yellowstone. According to scientists, there's a supermassive volcano asleep in that area, man. So if something were to cause it to an earthquake or a bomb, that is, according to them, according to Esau, it's going to take out I believe 3/4 of America, man.
Yep.
So you already have the ICBMs here in America, thousands and thousands of ICBMs, and then the Lord also got that super volcano. So that's the ultimate judgment, making sure that nothing is going to survive here in this land base. That's how much the Lord, how much the Lord is going to justice for us.
Right.
Yeah, just laying back on what the brother just read out, just brought out, because he read about those scoffers that, what did it say in that first part?
It says, 2 Peter 3, verse 3, it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust. Right. It says, verse 4, and saying, what is the promise of his coming?
Right there, and saying where the promise of his coming, man, because and these people in that same spirit, they don't believe that, because you got even cats that know the truth, I believe that damn demon that just went to got locked up, didn't he say, yeah, look at somebody come out the sky, y'all's daddy in the sky, they all kind of madness, man, because they don't believe that Yahweh is going to return, man, which is one of those proverbs that the Lord is tired of. So I'm going to bring this out real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 22. It says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying,